why we're having the judges enter the courtroom
Yes,
right
that's
now.
right. Roula Ryanair, KRBE.com. If you are having a problem with your mate and y'all are bickering over something, you just can't find the way, you bring it to us.
I'd recommend a parental guidance.
Discretion.
Parental discretion is
If you guys
advised.
have anything in there, Dr. Phil, or
do
you
we
got
need to play
Phoenix?
Phoenix there?
Oh, yeah.
Just to
Hang
play
on a
it.
second.
Following content may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Cha-cha-cha.
Be advised that there is sexual content in today's show.
Well, is that what the advisement is?
You'll find out.
Okay, well, let's welcome the couple to the court. Lana and Zach are stepping in. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. So, Lana, you're the one that actually messaged us. We're going to let you plead your case first in couples court. What's the issue?
Okay, Your Honors.
Your Honor.
Something's happened. Things are a little bit weird and awful. We've been married for 3 years. We don't have kids. And everything has always been a lot of fun, and we've had great times together. But in the last 6 months or so, it's like there's nothing in the love department. And I don't know what it is.
You think it's another woman, obviously? That's what a lot of people think that's what it is.
No, I don't. But I have noticed that he's watching a whole lot of porn, like a lot. And they're all younger than me and skinnier, and I'm starting to get a complex about the whole thing. I don't mind the porn. I mean, I mind the volume of porn, but, I don't mind porn in general, but I'm right there, and he's not interested.
Well, that's what we know from Lana. So, Zach, what's your part in this?
I mean, I guess this is as good a time as any to be, completely honest or whatnot. But here's the thing. I've been dropping hints for a long time. And to be honest, you've let yourself go a lot.
Oh, my God.
I've dropped so many
Let
hints.
herself go where? On trips? Let herself
Yeah, what
go
do you mean
to
by that,
the
Zach?
store? Let herself go where?
Appearance. You've gained quite a bit of weight and, kind of just let you, you don't care about your appearance like you did anymore, your image,
What are some of the hints, and why didn't you just tell the truth?
I mean, because that's a hard subject to kind of broach. But, I mean, I guess being as I'm on the radio in this court, that's why I'm like, all right, now's as good a time as any, I suppose.
You couldn't say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you communicate with your wife instead of, looking at other women and making her feel insecure?
Look, I've been saying stuff for a long time. Hey, come to the gym. Let's go for a jog. Just no. Just being unhealthy, just not care about yourself. I mean, sorry.
Look, I mean, COVID got a lot of us let ourselves go in COVID, man, but I haven't changed that much. I put on a few pounds, sure.
You have. Let's be honest.
Okay, hold on. Let's be honest, though, Zach. Even in sickness and in health, and your best fit and fitness and your worst fitness, candy coating or not, you're supposed to love your person.
You're the type of guy, I bet, if she got in good shape, got too...
Then you'd be all jealous, why you look so good?
Make you look dumpy, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, you look too sexy for me.
I mean, I guess it's okay for you to voice this, but it's very odd. You're shaming her big time.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you don't know me, okay, first of all. So all those comments before, whatever. Second of all, you know what? Maybe it takes me a little bit insecure to finally, turn around and take care of yourself.
Oh, so your theory is make her feel like crap about herself, and that'll shock her into getting in shape.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Do you hear yourself, dude? How horrible that sounds?
Nobody ever got bullied into doing anything.
It doesn't work that way.
The way the bully wants them to.
Support helps, and be there for her.
I am. I am here, and I don't know who made up those vows.
No, you're not. You're over your computer watching porn.
I don't even watch that much. You're not around.
How about none until you start being, romantic with your wife?
It's hard to be romantic with somebody when, I got to get in the mood and stuff, a lot.
So you're
Okay,
not even thinking of your wife when you're with her, probably.
Let me time out here, guys. We're doing couples court between Lana and Zach. And
This one's a little heavier.
This is very
I thought it
serious.
was supposed to be something light.
Yeah, you're telling me, Zach, that the first time you're going to let your wife know you're not crazy about her looks is when the call was made with us that you agreed to be on. You didn't feel like, hey, let's have a private conversation out of respect to you because I love you and I don't want to embarrass you.
I've tried to broach the subject a lot of times. So that's why I just said this is because whatever, just go for it, She's the one who called and brought me into it.
Did you talk to Zach about how, you're not really into me? We've been together 3 years. You're not into me.
Yes.
Let's go on the Roula and Ryan show and you can tell me why.
I would say that this is not a healthy marriage right now, Zach, if you're playing emotional blackmail, withholding any kind of affection because you don't like the way she looks. Dude, that's messed up.
I mean, she's the one that called in ultimately for this radio thing. So I don't know what you guys are really talking about.
You
with that.
agreed to be on this show, and you're dropping that kind of news on her.
I agreed. So I figured, what? Maybe that's what it takes. I just decided to go for it.
Like shock and awe.
I mean, I've tried. I've tried.
Not a proven good theory.
All right. Well, I don't think we can do.
The thing I would say is, Lana, you really need to reevaluate. You want to be married to this kind of guy?
No, I think
he's not going to get
both
better.
Need to talk it out.
Yeah,
I
still
think
love
you guys
him.
need to go seek some extra help and talk this out because he's telling you what he's not into. You're telling him what he. This is too heavy for us to do couples court on.
Would you guys both agree to go see a marriage counselor?
I'd agree to go see a weight counselor. If she agrees to see a weight counselor, then I guess I'll see a couples counselor.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. We're not here for you to belittle your mate or disrespect her like that.
I'm not belittling. I'm not belittling.
You are.
That's the sad part. You don't even know it.
Yeah, because you could have just said, you know what? Let's just take this off the table. You're right. It is too much for everyone else.
Go back
It's
to our
an us
podcast,
thing.
Roula, right? Let's go back to our podcast.
And
Listen to
hear
this.
Listen to how you sound, dude.
And you'll cringe.
I think
You'll
you-
cringe.
yeah.
So why don't we just let y'all go and go figure that out? What?
Number is 713-278-VENT. You can really call us about anything. You can ask us questions. You can tell us,
Your
if you've got
compliments, complaints,
problems.
and all the things. Here's the thing. We welcome your calls, and we welcome you to save us as a contact. That way, you're not scrambling thinking, what is that listener line or that line we can leave voicemail for the Roula and Ryan Show? Here it is, 713-278-VENT. It's 8368 on your phone. So you can lock it in as a contact and have it at your fingertips anytime. So when you're really enraged, it's just right there. Boom. You can go
You can
out.
just do it.
And like this
Raw
guy.
audio. Let's
who
hear it.
called about Eric. Let's hear
All
the
right,
full
here
call.
we go.
Hey, this message is for producer Douchebag, a.k.a. Eric, a.k.a. Panther, a.k.a. Vagina. Bro, you and talk about people in their hair, talking trash about country stars, rangers, they're bald, dudes being bald. It's called testosterone. I know you don't have any, but some of us have lots of it. And if you want to find out what testosterone can do for you, call this number back. Tired of you trashing people because they're bald. Like, bro, you're ugly, you got a belly. Like, who are you? Pretty boy, sits on the radio, does nothing. Nothing outside, couldn't handle nothing outside, just talks for a living. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking to you, producer Panther.
Oh, he called you the P-word.
You know what?
now,
You
hold
got
on.
an angry bald man there, Eric.
And I did call him back 12 times. He never picked up one.
12?
Oh, really?
I even left a message. I tried to apologize. I go, I'm sorry if you felt that way. I just remember I attacked the guy from the Rangers, Lowell, the first base guy,
Uh-huh.
One of
because
the players.
he's when he's sweating, he's going through that bad phase where it's like just shave the hair.
He's
And
in the
obviously,
midst of
I
balding.
can't stand the Rangers.
Yeah.
Texas Rangers, so I was attacking him that way. But the only
Well,
part I
you
have, first of all, you call me a pretty boy and you call me ugly. Make up your mind. And I really don't care.
Which one is it?
And I don't have a belly. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're weird. And the only part I have a problem with is the part when he's like, "Oh, you never done anything outside." My whole freaking life, all I did from age 7 till 28 was work on a freaking farm.
Grew up on a
And I
farm.
worked in Pesca. That's all I did. And what's
Working
wrong with this? This is actually using your brains more than my physical.
Work smart. Don't work
my
hard.
hands
Work
and
smart.
stuff. I'm just like, this guy.
Also, he said you're a pretty voice, and that is inaccurate.
I said pretty boys?
He did. I
No,
heard
no,
he's
he said
there to
pretty boy.
pile on.
That was
He,
pretty
he
boy.
said pretty boy.
Yeah.
Well, that is.
Yeah, he could have went for the easy thing. And then so he's mad about me making fun of bald people, but he can make fun of fat people.
Well, also he
Now, like,
listens
so
very.
particularly-
He listens a lot because some newer members of the Roula and Ryan Show audience don't even know why he's calling you Panther. That means he's a long time.
Oh, yeah, because
yeah.
we called you that as a joke, like maybe.
Eric brought that up years ago, saying
15
I didn't want
years
to be
ago.
called producer
'Cause we did
Eric
this
anymore.
test
I
where,
want
like-
any Panther, something
Because I don't
memorable.
have any segments on the show. I'm just great stuff on the show. I don't have.
You're the
You wanted
Panther.
a catchphrase, cool name,
So I'm like,
producer Panther.
Call me producer Panther. That'll stick out. That was like 12 years ago.
So he's
and
on
then
your
we bring it
least.
back.
Yeah.
We bring it back once in a while as a joke.
As a joke.
So
and
he
so
a
that
fan.
means he's invested.
Is he that hurt? Like, did you
His
think he was
time.
looking in the mirror and he's like, "Oh man, my hair is gone." But this guy's
Yeah.
making fun of
By
me
the
being
way, the
bald.
thing that I
it's
took
okay if you're
offense-
bald. I know bald people. My dad's bald.
Yeah.
Just because you have bald
Sounds
friends.
Okay, so the thing that bothers
Have you
me
heard that
is
about
like,
before?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
the machismo. They're trying to like, oh, I've got the testosterone defines a man. It does not define a man. I mean, when I had no testosterone, I was more of a man then. When I went through cancer and they had to eliminate my testosterone completely for a year, I was probably the best man I've ever been in my life at that point.
I apologize if I don't think I've. For me, I want to keep my hair. But I've never, I don't see people make fun of them like the old Rock.
Yeah,
Vin Diesel, they're bald. What are you talking
But
about?
didn't they like shave their heads as like the
Well,
factor, and then
The Rock,
we don't know what's actually happening.
he
They
headed
want
off
to grow
baldness
back.
at the pass. He could see where the path was headed, and he's like, I'm just going to shave it off.
Somebody said,
I don't even
Eric,
know country
embrace
artists, by the
this
way.
call.
Kenny
Embrace
Chesney.
this call. Eric Pretty Boy Rao sounds like a wrestling superstar. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pretty boy.
Entering the ring right now. It's
Embrace
Pretty
it.
Boy Row.
Yes,
It's
in
like
country stars.
The only thing made me mad was
Pretty boy.
the work ethic, because that's one thing I have. I don't have much in life, but I do work hard.
One thing that
Yeah.
you do that is really admirable is you've lost both your parents to cancer, and you tell people to get checked all the time. And this
Even my
guy,
mom was bald. See, there you go, buddy.
oh yeah, that's true.
So suck it.
But you actually inspired somebody.
I'm definitely a guy who was stubborn, not paying attention to some lower private pain. As time went on and it got a little worse, I started getting concerned with prostate issues, cancer, that sort of thing. It got to the point where it was a little unbearable. It ended up only being kidney stone issues. I had a 15-millimeter stone. My urologist said in his 30-some-odd years of practicing, he had never seen a stone that large. Had the great thing of putting a stent in and ended up having to pass it. It was the most pain I have ever felt in my life. Guys, don't be stubborn. Don't be stupid. Go get stuff checked out.
Yes, get things
my
Especially
checked
this
out.
month. Maybe you got
Gosh.
your whatchamacallit paid up.
Oh,
Your deductible.
Deductible.
Your
So you
deductible.
can-
Yeah, go get checked.
Doctors are their busiest in the month of December.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
busiest.
Everyone's
'cause
getting-
everyone's trying to pack in an appointment before the 31st.
Anything under the hood, check it
to
out.
get done. Anything under the
I mean,
hood.
don't be like me. I ignored the problem for so long, and look what happened. It almost cost me my life.
And that's
so,
not just men. Women do it too.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, look, the number
Human
one.
nature.
People are always shocked if when a woman drops dead of a heart attack. Well, women die of heart attacks more than cancer. Isn't that the stat? They're from their cardiac arrest because you're so stressed out and you're carrying everything. You carry everything for your whole family and you take care of yourself last. So it's really, that's why they do that whole, the red campaign with for the American Heart Association.
And it's
Anyway,
2023 where we live in a time where you can do like
a
advanced body
scan,
I did the
an
scan.
advanced body scan for 5 minutes.
And
Boom.
What'd the guy say? I have the
One
best
scan can
heart
take
he's,
your life.
best heart he's ever seen.
Oh, yeah, that's
Liver
right.
not so great.
Yeah.
Everything else
Well, let's
kinda
not focus on
falling
that. The heart, though, is good.
Let's get to the call where we apparently really helped this girl quite a bit.
Hey, Roula and Ryan and the whole crew. I just wanted to say that 6 months ago, y'all literally saved my life. I just went through my first breakup back in June. We had dated for 2 years. We had literally signed a lease and everything. And he was my first boyfriend. I was his first girlfriend, first everything. And I found out that he's been cheating on me with a 16-year-old. Mind you, we're 19 going on 20. I will literally be 20 on Monday.
Happy birthday.
And it hurt just so bad because we were taking that next step and he just ruined it for a junior in high school. I fell into a deep depression and honestly I feel like you guys pulled me out of it. I didn't think that I would make it to 20 and if it weren't for y'all, I probably wouldn't have. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. I'm one of your biggest fans ever. This is my first time calling the listener line because I was scared to, but I love you guys so much. You guys have been like the light of my life, and God knew that I needed y'all. So thank you. Keep doing what you do best. You guys are awesome.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry
so
about that.
sweet.
And Eric, you're going to be facing this in a couple of years. Your daughters are getting to that age where they're going to be dating. I just remember when my daughter had her first breakup, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart because there's nothing you
And
can
that
do to
guy
help
you
somebody.
hired to kill him didn't
I
actually
know,
finish the job.
You stop
So
it.
weird.
On KRBE.
So the panic button is where you leave us a message on the listener line at 713-278-VENT. And then you say, I really need some help. I really need some help. Emergency help. So then people listening right now at this time of the morning can call us on the request lines to give us advice on your problem. So what's the problem? Here's the problem.
Hey, Roula and Ryan. I've got kind of an awkward situation for you. So the time finally came, and I met my girlfriend's family, and it was fun. It was cool, and notably, they're all Hispanic and like to speak English, or like to speak Spanish rather, just as much as they speak English. And that's cool, but there was some bad news that kind of came along with that. Essentially, even though I look like a gringo, I grew up in a Mexican community and I can speak Spanish fluently. And apparently, my girlfriend didn't share that with them and her family, even though, they're super nice and I don't think they meant too much by it. They clearly didn't know I could understand every single thing they were saying, and they talked a lot of trash, and it was pretty unflattering what they said about me, from time to time. So I was going to surprise them and let them know that I also speak Spanish, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't because it'll make it seem awkward. So should I tell them I speak Spanish next time, or what do y'all think?
By all means, but tell them in Spanish.
Yeah.
What if you never told them?
Sabes que te
the weird thing is, listen, if this is gonna go the long haul, they're gonna have to tell the family he speaks Spanish, and then it's gonna be crazy because how much smack will they have talked by then?
But then they'll be wondering.
Maybe right now it's
say?
like one time or two times, like, oh crap, did we say something in front of him? Oh crap.
I wouldn't tell anyone.
But Matt, they're gonna find out, Eric.
They're going to be mortified.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But then you can pick up so much more when you hear them talking about you.
But that's what's crazy. Are you going to have an entire relationship based on an omitted lie so you can embarrass the crap out of your in-laws?
They're the ones being rude.
Exactly,
Talking
but this is
crap to you.
odd. Just stop the madness. For me, if I get a phone call where one of you guys has called me, but you don't know you called me, I just hang up. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to know anything. If I got a voicemail because somebody's phone called me for 6 minutes, I don't listen to it. I'm just over it. I'm like, nope, I don't want to hear anything I don't need to hear. Because it's awkward. It's awkward. You can't unhear it. He can't unhear the smack talk, right? 713-390-KRBE. Agree or disagree? Tell them or don't tell them? That's really his question, not how to tell them. He's supposed to he just stays in hiding the whole time.
If he tells them now, they're going to be like, they're going to know, oh, crap, we were saying stuff.
Eric, so what? Never tell them in 6 months when it's even worse?
Make it that I'm learning it.
No, get it done now.
Duolingo, what's that thing you were doing?
Duolingo? Not Dua Lipa. Duolingo is an app where you can learn languages. My kids are learning how to speak Greek on there.
I say don't tell them. Like, I'm starting to pick up more Farsi.
Put yourself in the shoes for real,
So I
Eric.
kind of like want to hear things. I'm like, okay, what do they kind of say? I'm trying to figure it out.
But you don't know. What if you spoke Farsi legit since you started dating your wife? And you never told your in-laws ever? You don't want those brownie points of talking to Papa
It's
and
on
Zozo
her.
in Farsi?
I would think my wife would tell them that I
Why
speak
don't you
Farsi.
say something? Why don't you say, hey, like como
Why
estás?
did he
Blah,
say
blah,
that
blah,
right
blah, blah.
then? He's probably going to, and then he heard them say, oh, this gringo is an idiot.
This is good. I think the caller needs to jump in on the conversation in Spanish. Just start like,
Yep. Like, whoa.
I creo que sí.
You know, I this makes me feel all kinds of uncomfortable. 713-390-KRBE while you guys get it together
It's
on
just
the
like
phones.
you when you go to Greece, people don't think you're Greek.
Oh yeah, I totally busted this sales lady in the tourist shops because she was like, souvlaki, because I was holding something that is like a street souvlaki, and I was like, it was an open air shop. It wasn't like doors closed, so I walked kind of in there to look at some stuff, and then I just said to her in Greek, after I listened to them talk about me, then I just said to her, thanks, no thanks, I'm not interested in anything in here.
And what they do?
In Greek, and they just were like, and then I walked out.
In your face.
In your face. 713-390-KRBE. What do you do when you're this deep into it now? Now, did he say he's met them more than once already?
I
Where
think
you
so.
going?
I think it was the
For
first
those just
time.
tuning in, the panic button is the guy speaks Spanish, but the family doesn't know he speaks Spanish. Here's the actual call. Let's hear that again.
Hey, Roula and Ryan. I've got kind of an awkward situation for you. So the time finally came, and I met my girlfriend's family, and it was fun. It was cool, and notably, they're all Hispanic and like to speak English, or like to speak Spanish rather, just as much as they speak English. And that's cool, but there was some bad news that kind of came along with that. Essentially, even though I look like a gringo, I grew up in a Mexican community and I can speak Spanish fluently. And apparently, my girlfriend didn't share that with them and her family, even though, they're super nice and I don't think they meant too much by it. They clearly didn't know I could understand every single thing they were saying, and they talked a lot of trash, and it was pretty unflattering what they said about me, from time to time. So I was going to surprise them and let them know that I also speak Spanish, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't because it'll make it seem awkward. So should I tell them I speak Spanish next time?
Got it.
Or
So
what do
just
y'all
one
think?
time. You got to do it, man. I agree with the texter. Just drop that
Let the wife
Spanish
do
right
it.
in the conversation.
Take one quick call here.
713-390-KRBE. Cindy, what do you think?
Hey, Roula.
Hi.
First of all, my daughter has a panicking face next to me because she can't believe I'm talking to you.
Yeah. What's her name?
Natalia.
Natalia, your mama's on the radio, girl. All right.
Yeah.
So tell us what you would do in this
All
situation.
right.
It's been one time now. They've smack talked him to his face.
So I honestly believe that Mexican culture is just like that. Like, we talk smack about everybody. When they talk smack about him, that he fit in. He's good. He's in the family. He's good. He should let them know, but he should know that even once he lets them know, they're still going to bully him and talk smack about him. That's one thing about us that we just, I don't know how to tell you. Like,
we're a bunch of
my
bullies.
husband, my husband, my dad, my husband, my brother, everybody, like, they talk smack all the time to each other's face. So that, honestly, is really not a bad sign. It's a good sign, actually, within the Mexican.
So if he talks
Hispanic
smack back
culture.
to, like Kevin said, when they're talking, he talks smack back, they'd love it. Or they'd be embarrassed.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's funny.
That is the way it works with us. Yes.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yes, yes.
A lot of people are saying that. They say, oh, yeah, that's what we do when the newbie comes in.
Lacey had a Hispanic ex. They did the same thing to her. But Lacey, did you speak Spanish?
No,
Okay.
actually, I try to like download the Duolingo app and all that to try and learn at one point. But yeah, no, I would let them know, because I know that there are some things that was said behind my back by his father. His mother, not so much, because his mother loves me, but his dad, yeah, I would definitely let him know.
Okay, so you say yes. Oh, so pretty much everybody on the phones, they are all saying you got to tell them, because it's going to get more awkward.
I
from
learned
here.
something today. Every day I'd like to try and learn something. And I learned
What did
that
you learn?
The Hispanic community likes to talk trash behind people's backs. That's what That's what it said on the text of the callers. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I did not know that either, actually. Okay, guys,
Look at
thanks
it,
for your
She's saying the
advice.
facts. LOL. People are saying-
Facts.
I would
All right.
say there's about 99 text messages that say exactly
That
what
is
Eric
crazy.
is saying,
Well,
but that
look at
doesn't
this
mean we have
last-
to repeat
Can we
it.
end on this? Kim, can we end on this one? It says, well, maybe my white family is Mexican too, because they talk crap about everybody too.
That's what I was thinking.